I like the new intro.
Yay! It's a little bit.
Woo-hoo. I like it. It's snazzy.
It's snazzy. I like. Okay,
Snazzy.
cool. That took me a little while yesterday to play with. It's templates and whatnot, but I had to I took a couple of different templates and just squished them all together and got that.
I like it. It's very good. So hello all out there in Stayville. This is STAYtalk. Hey, Stay. It's me, JC, and beside me is
Chrysalis this evening, and welcome to the discussion this evening. We need to figure out like an official like script intro. I feel like I have a script intro. But yeah, so
that's sort of scripted.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. We just got done kind of doing a little pre-show on TikTok real quick, just to kind of say hi to everybody and remind people that we are out there. And I probably should pull up comments just in case people start commenting, in case people start popping in and commenting. But we just did a kind of pre-show on TikTok, and I'm going to start off with saying, as a Chan bias and especially as a Chan alt, I'm coming to you from beyond the grave this evening.
I am the epitome, thing, by the way.
Like what?
The same thing on one of her videos earlier.
I am the epitome of living dead girl today, and I have been all day, and I have not ever been more appreciative of the fact that I am unemployed right now than I was today, because I do not know how in the world I would have kept up with everything otherwise. So yeah, y'all go ahead, JC. You're on the rest of the show. I'll just sit back and just do the thing.
No, it's funny because I was like, okay, I saw yesterday, and I was like, what I loved about yesterday of him being at the store was how much fun he was having doing the hips and getting the hoorays back. He just looked like such a little kid with a smile. I was like, hip hip, hooray! I was just like, that's too cute. So he really made because I have been sick the last couple of days, so it was like nice to see some smiley, chatty. No, it's okay. Really no, it's all right. I'm still a little under the weather, but I feel better. I took a shower and some tea. I'm good.
So, and dopamine over the last couple of days probably is helping in some way, shape, or form. So just so everybody knows, Fashion Week is indeed our dish of the day this evening, by the way. So we're good. That's kind of a segue to that as well. My favorite thing about yesterday, with the being at the store, was the hip hip hooray parts, but it's also the fact that he's still, as much as that man knows what he's doing, because I am 100% fully convinced he knows exactly what he is doing. I still love to see the genuine reactions when he gets he knows he's going to get a reaction, right? He knows there's people out there to see him. He knows that those are stays down there doing the hits that started the hip hip hoorays, and then he jumped in to kind of continue doing them. But I always find it funny when you see that genuine reaction of, okay, I know I was going to get a reaction, but I didn't know I was going to get it like that. Mm-hmm. And then just that general joy of just like he forgets that he's got this power that he can just carrot, and we're all just going to go right behind it. I mean, it's so funny to me how you kind of see that, and those are things you can't fake.
No,
like even when you know what you're doing, those are things that you can't fake. Yeah, he was giddy about it. Hi, Rekka. Nice to see you back over here. But yeah, he was definitely giddy, and it was just fun. And then I get giddy, obviously, which my mother pointed out when I talked to her on the phone last night.
Way to call me out, Mom.
I talked about like I don't know what I would ever do if we actually got perceived. Like if this actually we have ever fully, she's like, you'd be just as giddy as hell, like you are on the phone talking about them. She's like, probably worse. And I'm like, okay, and there's a problem with this. Why?
You know what? Like I said in our last pod, and you put it as a short. So we get perceived great. Like guys, I hope I can put a smile on your face. I hope that you like what we chat about. I hope you can see things that, Stayphil isn't completely in ruins sometimes, because lately I've seen the gamut, especially on Threads, and then I went on Twitter, which I try to not do, but I gauge like what's going on over there and how it's coming over to Threads sometimes, and like just to see what people are discussing. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I guess my algorithm is pristinely curated, because I've seen a couple of things pop up, but I haven't seen like any kind of really, really bad discourse. We saw the thing we're going to talk about in a moment. Yep. I saw a couple of other things but nothing like too out of the ordinary for Stayville. You know what I mean? Well, so as far as I'm concerned, if the guys perceive us, hey, great. Hi guys. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but I would like I've said it before. There's not anything that I've said online that I wouldn't say to these guys' faces. Nope. Even the feral thirsty stuff. Granted, the feral thirsty stuff might be held until I get to know them a little bit better, but it would still be like it wouldn't be. You know, I'm not going to start off with. I'm not going to start off with some of the things that I say online. But if I get perceived, I get perceived. But along with that whole idea of perception, actually, this is great because one of the, I don't know if you saw my post. I think you saw my post yesterday about it. There was an absolutely amazing shot. And you know what? Let me see if I can find it and pull it up and pull it in here. Cause I don't know.
I don't know. I found an amazing shot. I think I posted it, but I couldn't find you. I was going to look for the blue fuzzy jacket and I forgot.
Can I get to it on here? Let me see if I can get to it on my other browser window. Actually, you know what? Let me close that out so I don't go completely crazy. There was this unbelievably amazing shot that somebody took when Chris was in the store yesterday. And there were a couple of them along that line, but there was one in particular, and I posted it. Like, I know I could just go to my threads and find it, which is what I'm trying to do right now. Un momento, por favor. Oh, I do not have two T's in my name. There I am.
But anyways, talking about, so while you're trying to find the channel picture, we could chat about Seungmin. Seungmin, the Burberry prince.
Yes, because my God, did he look good. You know what I really appreciated about Seungmin's outfit too is because it's Burberry, right? It is a UK based brand. The Haymarket plaid has been their plaid forever.
Yes.
But they still managed to put him in something that was Asian themed, like culturally.
Well, it was a knight on a horse. It was the Burberry logo. It's a knight on the horse. Yeah.
But it looks Asian.
I think because of the way the sweater was brocade or
well, it was woven. It was actually woven. I have that. Because I have pictures of it on our Patreon. And when I found those pictures, I was like, oh my God, because I'm like, oh, this is awesome. It looks like
Yeah,
it was a woven piece. Okay, hold on a second. No, I don't want the web page. I want the picture. You know what? All right, hold on. Why are you being like this? Save image as. Come on now, computer. I don't want it as a web page.
Hold on, I gotta find your.
Hold on. We are being.
So anyway, Seungmin looked outstanding. He hold on, I gotta find it. His what is it? EMV. He was the top. Did you see that?
Was he? Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I think it was like 60% or something like that.
Yeah, hold on. It was. Hold on. I gotta scroll to the info, which I have. Here it is. Okay. He was 40.53% of the most quoted personalities in the top 15 most mentioned brands. Burberry was like at 86. So he was the highest out of all the influencers, which included several, like even a very famous Chinese actor by the Leo Wu, who I happened to watch a drama with him in it. Jonathan Bailey from Bridgerton and Wicked.
And
Romeo Beckham. And then there was like a couple Japanese and Chinese influencers that were there, but he was the top.
Wow.
And Burberry was the most mentioned brand out of them all.
Good to go, Seungmin. My goodness.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, It said single-handedly outperforming all Western celebrities combined, his fan army operates, this is what one of the articles said, operates like a military unit, coordinated posting, scheduled streaming parties, and hashtag bombs. So we did good for our man Seungmin.
Yes, we did. All right, so I found the picture. Hold on.
All right.
I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to go like this, and we're going to go here. Where's the picture? All right, so I'm going to add this to the stage. So this picture right here, picture to me is absolutely flipping amazing.
Yeah, it is, because you could see all the phones, and then you could see him with a smile on his face. Yeah.
Well, exactly, but it's, and there's so many different layers to it. There's so many different, like there's so much context to it, because here is Chris, who is obviously enjoying himself. in the store behind glass.
Yeah.
And all of the reflections of all of the stay out on the street, like waiting for him, and just how like there's never a what's the word I'm looking for? Well, privacy, number one, obviously, but then there's that he's always on stage, always on stage, like, and that's so much goes into it. There was quite a few good people pointed out quite a few good points on my threads with it when I posted it yesterday, because this is one of those pictures I think we should talk about more. Like, I just think as a fandom, we should be paying attention to a little bit more. And hi, Ospie, nice to see you. I thank you for joining us over on Twitch. We appreciate that. But it's one of those things where it's like, to me, this right here, this picture is the epitome to me of the reason why whenever you have him talking about, don't just run up with phones in our faces, like what happened when he landed in Milan.
Yeah.
I saw that. But then in addition to that, anytime he's been on like fans or whatnot, or anytime there was a recent fan call where somebody asked him, they're so proud of all the stuff that they give to us as Stay. What was something that Stay's done recently that he was proud of, or that, put a smile on his face? And I thought that question was awesome.
What for them to,
his answer to that was watching reactions of Stay online. Oh, what happened to our things? It went all sorts of small. There we go. Let's do that. Was watching reactions from Stays and watching their genuine reactions to things, and getting their opinions on through the reaction videos, getting their opinions on how everything should be, like, what their genuine opinions were about the stuff that they were doing. So, and it's like, to me, that's like that, take that information and put it with that picture. Like, that picture is exactly why. Hey, Sarah, your Sarah's on.
Because I put it in the chat.
Oh, did you? Which, Sarah, if you want to join us, you are welcome to join us again, but we're not going to put you on the spot like that unless you absolutely want to be. But to me, that picture alone is the epitome of why anytime Chan talks about interacting with fans or engaging with fans, he's wanting genuine engagement. He's not just wanting.
Well, why wouldn't you? Like, see, I don't understand that. It's like, why wouldn't you? It's like I've said before, if I was to ever run into them anywhere, and it happened to be like someplace where I could treat them in some capacity, I would. Yeah. And I would do it quietly, but I would let the person tell them this is covered by that person. And I would wave and I would smile and I would nod my head. And then I would either finish my drink or do whatever, or go back to what I was doing, or I would walk out. Now, I don't know if I'd walk out first. I'd wait a minute, because maybe, just maybe,
they might want to come say hi.
They may want to come to say, hey, you know what? That person didn't do it very aggressively. They didn't put a phone up immediately to take a picture with me. They just did something nice for me. Maybe I'll go say hello, or maybe I'll go say thank you. Maybe.
Yeah.
Now that's my little bit of delulu, but I've done that before and had conversations with celebrities. So it's like,
I mean,
I told you I'm close to New York, so it's like,
right. And but that to me is like, that also tells me, just again, context clue type stuff, how much they don't get that type of interaction.
Right, because people, it's like, I understand losing your head. Like, if you saw them, like if I saw them in person, I would probably be like, but again, I think, right. But again, I think that also, I think it's an age thing too, because I mean, I look at some of these people, like look at poor Hyunjin. Let's look at Hyunjin at the airport. Did you see that debacle?
I did not today. I was crashing out over Chris, so I did not get to see any of the Hyunjin.
Do you follow Mary Liz Berlin? I'm sure you do.
Okay, Sarah's saying it was wild too. So hold on, let me go try to find it. It's Threads, right?
Okay. Threads. But you could just search it.
That's what.
We love you. Mwah. Yes. Mary? No. When I'm telling you, I want to go be a bodyguard for them, because I would slam some of these people. I'm sorry, you would not even be able to get to them. Not at all, because I would be like throwing elbows.
Did you reply?
Did I reply to it? No. Let me see how I could show you this. Hold on. Can I share it with you? Can I share it to you? Oh, I could share it to you. Hold on.
Yeah, please do.
I'm sending it in the
DMs.
Yeah. So you should
Hold, please. Oh, there you are. Ha. Where is it?
Hold on. Did I send
Yeah.
it? I sent a post. It should be in there. It's in your threads DMs.
No, it's not. Where'd you send it?
I see it. Your chrysalis creation.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on while I watch.
Watch the second one.
Oh, watch the second one. Okay. Let's just push Hyunjin up against the wall, why don't we?
Well, that's what I mean. Like that's why I was proud, and Sarah could probably attest to this. Yeah, that man could not breathe. When Chan went, I was nervous, but they were pretty good when Chan was leaving. Not when he arrived in Italy, but or wherever. Did he have a layover in Turkey? Is that why he made that comment about the baklava? Okay, because I got confused for a second. I'm like, wasn't he going to Milan?
Dear God, Jesus. Okay.
See what I mean? Okay, Incheon Airport, if you're watching, or anybody from dispatch for Incheon, like, can we please, like, put them, especially when they're on their own, in a private entrance? They need a private entrance when they're by themselves. When they're a group, they have a little bit more safety in numbers.
Well, especially because you got journalists running around with stools and step ladders, and
that's not necessarily journalists with the stools. That's photographers and paparazzi. But like, because dispatch Nuna, as I call her, and everybody else does pretty good when she's in the front with her photographer and stuff. It's usually her guy photographer, and there's one other photographer, I don't know where they're from. And those are usually the nicest out of the three, and the boys don't mind talking to them. Yeah, but that was a
I did see dispatch Nuna, like when Hyunjin was going to go inside, she was like, oh no, and like she ran, like that woman ran. She was, oh my Lord. And like, I mean, she
trying to play, like she was trying to play,
But she also put enough distance between herself and him.
Yeah.
While still managing to get in front of him that quickly, which I was impressed with. Extremely impressed with. But yeah, great North American badger when threatened will puff up to twice its normal size. I volunteer as tribute.
Yeah. Because I'm done. Like, it's funny. I was watching, was it Ben? I was watching one of old Ben Kim's TikTok edits or whatever, and it showed the one where Lino, when they were all coming out, when Chris was super pissed, and Lino came out, and like, in the guard pushed the girl, but it looked like Lino pushed the girl, and the whole thing. I would have done a hell of a lot more than push that girl like that. I would have taken her by the scruff, especially the one that was standing by the car when Chan was walking by, and I would have went, no problem. Like, that's why they need as much as JYP keeps like the female, employees for like makeup and stuff. They need to make one of those makeup artists need to have like special force, attack mode things.
I volunteer as tribute.
I know.
I would gladly. I would gladly. I will learn Korean for that, by all means. That would I would have to immerse myself, but I would learn Korean for that. But yeah, it's that aspect of, oh my, like, but just that picture, and then coupled with what you just showed me with the Hyunjin departure. Yeah. It's just like that picture to me is a beautiful picture. It is so there was credit down at the bottom. I'm pretty sure it was from Red Note. So I don't know if it was an actual journalist or if it was, I don't know. I have no clue. But that picture alone, like that was a gorgeous picture. That was it was an extremely well composed picture, and the layers of meaning you can get from it, which I don't think was necessarily the intention. Right. But it just kind of epitomizes,
of course, absolutely,
what they go through.
And also, hold on really quick. Sarah, I agree with you. She said, how come celebs in America can have a private entrance, but no one else? You know what I mean? It's like,
that's a twofold thing. We've kind of touched on that before too. That's kind of a twofold thing, because prior to 9/11, there were run-ins with, if you remember, there were run-ins with celebrities in American airports, to the point where people got punched. Celebrities got in trouble because they punched people. Since 9/11, that's been significantly less, but then again,
because you can't get through to the other side where they're walking. You can only get to like not even baggage claim, like before you walk into where the metal detectors are.
Yeah, and so
without a
there's
ticket is what I'm saying. Yeah.
So there's that aspect of, you know, we have 9/11 to thank for that in a lot of ways. But beyond that, it was just even before 9/11, it happened. It didn't happen as much too because the Western view on celebrity is drastically different than the Eastern view on celebrity, and particularly in that market.
It's completely different because we don't. Yeah. But anyways, moving on and talking about Chan, we're going to talk about
because of what he was wearing in that picture.
Well, yes, I want to talk about the double standard of why do we treat our leader like the heathen when he does something, when the other guys do stuff too.
I wouldn't even say heathen. I would say he's treated pariah. No, he's the pariah when it comes to.
Yeah, but there's some stay that really go after him to the point of like when he defended himself this last time with the YouTube channel and the people and the solo stands. There are people like, oh, he does this on purpose to get,
attention.
Thank you. Or attention, or like fishing for compliments. I'm like, are you reading the same messages I'm reading?
Okay.
Like, do you understand the same?
And to a degree, I'm saying this as a Chan alt. I'm saying this as a Chan alt. To a degree, I can understand where they're coming from because, in a certain sense, kind of.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But hold on. But I think the rationalization with him is with the way. Okay, so armchair psychiatrist, which we just talked about,
right?
But offline, we just talked about armchair psychiatry for a second. But I am not a psychiatrist. This is not medical advice. This is purely my opinion and my opinion alone, and it does not necessarily reflect the opinion of everybody in STAYtalk, i.e. JC. There, disclaimer made. In my opinion, I can understand where people kind of come at that because I think there is a certain level of, yes, he does, but I think they misunderstand where it's coming from. I don't think he's fishing for compliments to boost his ego. I don't think he's fishing for compliments to bring himself up in any way, shape, or form. I think he does it a lot of the time to redirect. So, because it always seems to happen at any time he feels like
that's fine. But I'm saying the way that others take it is not that.
Oh, no.
That's where I'm coming from. So it's just like, but I guess I disagree to you to a point. I don't think he's doing that at all. I think it's. I think he really, no, I think it comes from a place of, because he's so used to K-nets attacking, because that's what they do of every move he makes. But here it's treated differently. So here people think, oh yeah, he's fishing for compliments, where a K-net's going to go, oh, he apologized to us, so now we're good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, but okay, so that's a redirection. It goes back to that redirection aspect of things.
To a point.
But Western mentality, the Western mentality is going to look at it more of, oh, he's, hey, Valkyrie, hi, Lovey. If you want to hop on, we can have you hop on, sweetheart. But I don't know if you want to hop on tonight, because I know you're not feeling well either. I think there's a level of. So take the information that we know about Chris, right? He spent an exorbitantly long time as a trainee, most likely feeling like he wasn't good enough forever, right? How come everybody else is debuting before me? When you are a teenager in that environment,
no, I know,
and everybody else is getting promoted but you internalize that. And we see that. We see that every single day with Chris. Every single thing that man does ultimately comes from this position of, I need to be as good as I could possibly be because I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy otherwise. He's gotten much better about it. But that's, where that comes from.
Yeah.
So then you also have that layer of, okay, from an Eastern perspective, he's apologizing. He's apologizing in a way that they recognize as apologizing, whereas Westerners are going to look at it as he's fishing for compliments and, oh my God, the man's got an ego.
Mm-hmm. Which if you think the man's got an ego, you're the problem, not him.
Yes. Exactly. Because they're not recognizing it's a trauma response.
Right.
Is essentially what it is. He's people pleasing.
Right. So where we're going with this, fellas and ladies and they and them and everybody in the world of Stayville, is the fact that So Chan wore a certain item yesterday that people decided to have a very major opinion about, which got on my nerves because it's like he is an ambassador. And when you're told to wear certain clothes for that ambassadorship, you wear those clothes, regardless of what they're made out of, what they're of anything. They have to wear that. So therefore, if you think he had a choice, now he may have a choice to a point, but if they're going to present something and they're excited and they said, we want you to wear this, you're going to say, okay.
They're going to smile and nod. Yes. Yeah. Yes,
thank you. I appreciate
yes, and what else?
That. Okay. What else do you need me to wear? How about shoes? Yeah. How about accessories? Blah, blah, blah. So enough with this for whatever crap.
Shirley. Yeah. So, and there have been so many people online today that have made some absolutely wonderful points. Some of them themselves vegetarian and vegan. Yes, people were angry about the coat, Sarah. Yes, people were very, very angry about the coat.
At least on Threads. They weren't on Facebook, but they were on Threads.
So yeah. The general discourse, the coat yesterday, Valkyrie, not the one today, but yesterday, which is interesting because the coat today, which was also leather,
I was going to say
did not get called out, but the coat yesterday did. Now,
and
leather and fur or hair, because goats and lambs don't have fur; they have hair.
Yeah.
It's all comes from the same thing. Like that all, you get leather from the animal, you get fur from the animal, you get shearling, the shearing of the sheep, lamb, whatever.
Yes,
from the animal.
We'll handle it for you, Sarah. We'll handle the BS for you.
So, and okay. Lots of people pointed out quite a few different things, and I'm going to say this. We talked about this just momentarily before coming on. I do not know fashion. I am literally jeans and a t-shirt girl. I have been DIY goth chick since high school. I can't stand Versace. I cannot stand the only reason why I watch Versace now is to support Hyunjin. I will fully admit that. That stuff is gaudy as hell to me.
Versace?
Yeah, I can't stand any of it. It's just ick. Like it's just, and part of it is also because growing up in my neck of the woods, at least, anybody that wanted to wear Gucci, Versace, Louis Vuitton, blah, 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 were the people that were picking on me. So I sure as hell wasn't going to sit there and follow along. Just, because that's.
Sarah wrote, like, unless you can afford the coat, you can't make a comment on the coat. And Rekha said, why are some stays so critical on Chan? Yes, he is the leader, but he's also human. Let him be. When a brand says you're going to wear this, you say, how high do you want me to jump? Exactly. Then that's what I said. And that's what I said to Chrysalis. I said, listen, here's the other thing too, that it's a double standard. So Hyunjin goes to the airport. He's got a leather jacket on and a suede bag. Did anybody make a boo about that? No. How many times has Felix wore something leather, or Seungmin was in leather pants for Burberry? Did you say anything about the leather pants from Burberry? No. Why? No. My question is, why is it always Chan? That's the brunt of this, and for so-called stay or so-called fans do this, and it's like, if you're a fan, you don't do this. Yes,
lowercase s. It is the lowercase
s. You don't do that. It's how high do you want me to jump? Yes,
and but me seeing this discourse yesterday, knowing nothing about the brands themselves, like what their history is, I went up and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious. What are their practices?
Right.
Because nowadays, there are so many different, again, layers that get taken into account with how things are done. So I went up to Fendi's website and I did a quick little Google search.
And it explains it, right? Yeah, explain the whole thing. I think I read. Yeah.
It doesn't explain all of it, but it's got a good overview and like the different standards with which they.
Thank you, Lucy.
They source their materials and whatnot, so you can easily go and find that aspect. I didn't go that far down the rabbit hole because blah. I did not know at the time that when Fendi started in 1925, they started as a leather atelier. That's what that's what they did in 1925. Right.
Yeah.
100 years ago, when it was perfectly normal to do that. And as JC pointed out prior to the show, you're also dealing with the differences between European and American perspectives on what is acceptable. Not to say that there aren't Europeans that are
anti-fur, right?
That are anti-fur and whatnot, but it is generally more accepted and more accessible, just history-wise, over there than it is here.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know that was their history. So he signed on to an ambassadorship, at least knowing that a lot of their goods were going to be in some way, shape, or form leather.
Right.
And, you know, and it's 100% upbringing.
People still buy, I hate to say it, people that are anti-fur still buy leather bags.
Yep. Your couches.
Right. Like, so it's like, guys.
Your
like,
shoes.
Pick one. If you're that privileged that you could make that sort of kind of, you know, divination, then go.
Yeah.
But it's like, do not point and do not blame. Like, I saw people like saying, you know, Chris should have known better. Give me a break. Known better. You know what? If you were in his position, you'd wear the damn coat too.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me you wouldn't, because you would.
But then again, one, you cannot, and this was something I say practically every single freaking day on Threads. Yeah. You cannot. We are only responsible for our own actions and reactions. Yep. We cannot project or expect anyone else to act or react the way we would.
Felix,
end of story.
Yep.
End of story.
Yep.
Now, as a fan, that is where you as a fan need to do some internal soul searching and some self-reflection.
Yeah.
Phoebe from Friends. That's funny. I played a character based on her. But as a fan, if you want to call yourself a fan, if you want to call yourself a stay, then that's where you need to kind of do some self-reflection and go, okay, is this really in alignment with my own belief system and whatnot? Is this something I can compromise on or not? Because you know what? And this is something else that was also pointed out quite a lot today. We watch those guys eat gogi every single freaking show. Tell me a show where they've ever had a vegetarian show.
What do you mean?
Gogi, meat, Stray Kids.
Oh.
How many of them talk about how intrinsic meat is to their diets?
Lino talked about it on the show.
One of Felix's favorite things to eat is brisket. Like, and they talk all the time about, you know, the lamb chops that Chris and his dad make. Like,
or pork belly, you
already know they're omnivores. You already know that they are not vegetarian or vegan. So why would you then go and expect someone who's obviously not, because they are literally consuming animal products, to then be upset about working for a
leather or company that was known to be a leather atelier?
And like it's you know it's a and then add on the additional layer of, okay, great, so when Chan does bad, when everybody else does it, it's fine. No that is not that's not how that works, folks. It's just that is not how that works. And you know, anyway.
Your mouth and sentient in your heart. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Like it's why.
Yeah, I was reading Sarah's comment. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, and yes, and Valkyrie is also pointing out that they do tend to generally try to stay away from anything that has an extreme left or right. Well, what we perceive in the U.S. as left and right, because what we perceive in the U.S. as left and right is not necessarily how the rest of the world perceives left and right or liberal, conservative, or any of that. And that's the closest we're going to get to politics.
Yes, because I'm not perceiving anything at the moment, because I don't. I am neutral like Switzerland. I'm not saying a word. I'm just like, you know what my world is? K-pop and books about dragons. And you know, and skazoos, and that's my happy place. I'm not.
You know, I'm gonna say something completely tangent bus because it's us. So you know, tangent bus happens. Every time I hear skazoo in my head, I think of kazoos.
Skazoo. There you go. Because we need to kazoos, and then we need to like sing the songs, like we need to do Maniac with the kazoo. I'm telling you.
Did you see that one fan cam where the one girl had a kazoo and she was having Hyunjin dance, and Hyunjin was walking the whole time? She had a kazoo, and she's like, "Come on, we have to be." And she's literally like, "We have to be professional," and she's dying laughing, and he's dying laughing.
Yes, I did. Now you said that, I did see that fan call. You were correct. So kazoos coming at you. So, TM.
Zubumafu at this point. Sorry. Tangent bus. All right. Now that we've broken up the seriousness with
I mean opinions in general, yes. That too, Valkyrie.
with a bit of ridiculousness, because that seems to be our brand.
Yes. So wait, where were we going to now? Should we talk about the chef?
No, we could. I'm actually somewhat caught up. I'm somewhat caught up on other. Now, I will say. I also finally managed before we got online tonight. I finally managed to watch the Creed behind the scenes, because I literally, that man has had his hand around my throat, which is exactly where I want it, and it's been all day. So I have not watched anything today other than what the hell was going on in Milan. Thank you, Chris. If you ever see this, thank you.
We love you.
We love you dearly. Obviously, but I finally got caught up some on the Chef in Your Fridge. I didn't watch all the segments because my God, it's like a 2-hour long show. Like
I watched, they have them in bits and pieces. I watched like the NCT part because I wanted to see the scene where Felix gets bright red when he took that bite.
Oh yeah. I did not see the part where I did not see that one.
Okay. So that's,
and I'm going to eat on camera because I want my pepperoni in it. That's
fine. NCT, obviously, Mark, and I think he's Chenle, Chenle, Chenle.
If anybody in the chat knows how to pronounce that
name, but anyways, he's from NCT Dream, and Mark's from NCT 127. So the fact check guys.
Too many NCTs.
But anyways, yes. So if you watch Chef in My Refrigerator, Mark's so cute. And he's from Canada, so that was cute too. At one point, Felix and him go behind the two chefs and they start speaking English to each other. It was very cute. No,
you can hear me crunching. Hold on. If you can hear me crunching and it's too much, please let me know, because I know some people have a hard time with eating sounds. So
okay,
but I'm hungry.
All right, it's all right. He did a good interview with Eric Nam. I love Eric Nam. I like that show. Mm-hmm. It's the what is it called? Dive Studios, right? Oh yeah, the Dayback show. That's right. So, anyways, but what I thought was the cutest was, number one, when they opened up the refrigerator and like Felix had all the stuff and Lino had like nothing. That was the first thing that made me laugh.
I mean, he had stuff. It was just like most of his stuff was like Lino had the vegetables.
Yes, he did.
And the meat.
Yeah.
And that stuff. And then Felix had like the shabu shabu. Is that what it is? Shabu shabu? Is that how it's pronounced? I'm horrible.
Shabu shabu. Shabu shabu? No, shabu shabu. Yeah, it's the Japanese.
And like he had that, and then he had all the baking stuff. So, I mean, it was a pretty between the two of them. It was pretty balanced. It was just, and they clarified that they're traveling so much that it's not like they can have a fully stocked fridge, because
which is true. That's why why Felix had all his baking stuff, because that can last usually a long time.
Yeah, because it's
But what I loved was, so the chef that ended up doing his dessert was the one that was sitting next to him that everybody was talking about his little crush on, because he talked about him on his birthday live, saying how he was very handsome and something about long legs, I think he said in his birthday live, and how then somebody pointed out when he was talking to him, he put his hair behind his ears, and I'm like, Felix touches his hair all the time. But yes, it was very cute. It was very cute.
But it's nervous. Like, and it was a very nervous
It's a very nervous thing. But then again, but you're talking to somebody who does enjoy baking, and this is a big time chef.
Yeah.
And he even says, he's like, oh, I'm feeling good because that's how I make my whipped cream, or whatever he was in the kitchen, which was very cute.
Yeah, he got some sort of validation of the.
But it's like you want to be knowledgeable, like if you're especially with something like right, exactly. But in the chef's thing too, that Felix was his favorite too, so that was really cute. Yeah. And then somebody, of course, had to mention his age, and I'm like, see, I knew. Like Felix.
How old is he?
41 is the chef.
Okay.
So I was like, so see, good. Regardless of thing, I thought that
decent age range there. So that thing, that's a pretty 6 years, not too horrible.
Six,
between Felix and the chef, Felix 41? Is 25. Oh, right. 41. I thought you said 31.
No, 41.
Okay. Still, that's just okay. That's validation for us then. Thank you very much, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
Appreciate that. That's just okay. But anyway. But Felix's reaction to his banana chocolate crepes was just that I want to see that look on Felix's face all the time. Just like that's you know how we always talk about how, you know, we always want to see Chris smile because that's just awesome.
Yeah.
I Felix is, oh my God, this is delicious face.
Yeah, he does that. Like, you ever notice, like,
he melts.
You can see the
he melts. And just
So Sarah said, not to think, but Jackson Wang tour coming, y'all. When is Jackson? Is he coming to? Did he announce the U.S. portion of the tour? I know he's in India or something, or he was. There was dates in Bangkok and Hong Kong, and Sarah's the all-knowing when it comes to Jackson Wang.
Oh, that man is walking freaking forest of green flags.
Yep. I like that he marches to his own drummer too. It actually makes me smile.
Yeah.
But speaking of Felix, that going from the thing, this is something else Chris and I discussed offhand. There was an article that was out recently, and it was announced that they are to perform.
Yeah, it was on Fans. They put an announcement on Fans for the public something.
Right. Hold on. I got to find where. Why can't I find the history of stuff? I updated my iPhone, and now I can't find anything. There it goes. Okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday he said 10 days and then Magic Man 2 World Tour. Okay, yeah, that he's kicking it off in Hong Kong, I think.
Which would make sense.
I think. So JYP, Park Jin Young, was he is part of the Presidential Committee on Popular Cultural Exchange, is co-chaired.
Mm-hmm.
And the launch ceremony stage is supposed to be October 1st. And it says the launch ceremony stage will feature popular idol groups Stray Kids and LE SSERAFIM. I'm saying that right? LE SSERAFIM?
LE SSERAFIM, yep.
Okay.
I believe.
So my only question is, Felix is supposed to be leaving for Paris Fashion Week on the 29th. And the show is
on the 30th.
The show on the 30th, which means it would already be October 1st for this ceremony. Yeah. So do they pull him back and not have him go? Does he go and not perform? Like I've seen
if that's the case
discussion, yeah.
Because I didn't think about it till JC brought it up before we got live here. In my opinion, I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna go to Louis. I think he'll do what he did. There was that one Louis Vuitton show that he couldn't make because of schedule, and he did the whole like, sorry I can't, you know, sorry I can't make it, sorry I can't make it, you know, have a great show, that type of stuff. I have a feeling that's probably what we're gonna get again, because this is far more important. Yes, his ambassadorship is important. But he's got 20 other ones to fall back on, so it's not like, but and I'm sure Nicola's probably going to be like understanding of the situation, but I would imagine that this is going to take priority because of Hallyu, and we need to make sure that we're promoting. They're right now. There's such a it's not even a resurgence, but there's just such a surgence of K-pop, K-culture, everything right now between media being K-dramas and K-pop itself, and then you take into account K-beauty is huge over here. And Ulta recently started getting in like Tier and Ramen and a whole bunch of other
Anua, yeah.
And there's
a lot of them.
And we've had Anua for a while. We've had Peach and Lily for a while, but we've had like CosRX and whatnot. But we're starting to get more of the day-to-day Korean beauty stuff here in the States.
This needs to come over.
I was listening to Rio Waker in the car earlier, and he's talking about never giving a doggy a bone, and I'm like, did they plan this? Yeah,
I'll show my bone to everybody.
I thought of that immediately.
Look at my cute little perfume bone, guys.
Is it a spray or is
it's like solid perfume. It's not solid perfume you can put on, but it's like sort of a knickknack, but it smells like sunshine.
Oh, kind of like a sachet to put in your drawer.
Yes.
Okay.
And it smells heavenly. But anyways, if this is what Felix is wearing.
Yeah.
I went to the store and somebody asked me what I was wearing already. So.
Yeah. But it's yes, she got it.
I did get, actually, Sarah, look, I got Sunshine, and I got Puppy. I got both of them.
She got both of them. Yeah, well, Hera, I think, is small enough now too. I mean, it would be great if they did, but I have a feeling Hera is small enough right now that it's not. It hasn't fully like yet, and it's
She's like, how on earth? The shop app, I searched it and got there's a K-pop gifts that's on the shop app. So if you have the shop app,
not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Sorry, not sponsored. So don't. I'm just sharing my knowledge. So it's on there. This is the 11 millimeter one. So it's the small one, but and customs and everything was all included. Like I didn't have to pay an extra customs fee. Whereas when you buy Hera from Global Amore Mall, also not sponsored, you have to. They use DHL, and DHL won't release it until you pay your customs fee.
Yeah. Though I did get some of my albums in and got a little invoice from FedEx for a whole $6.90 in addition to that.
Tell them you're wearing Felix. Yes, I am.
I'm wearing.
Yes, I'll send it to you. I'll send you, Sarah.
10-foot pole. I am the 10-foot pole. That's I'm gonna.
What are you talking about? The champagne part? Like, is that what you're thinking?
I wasn't until you mentioned it, but now I am. Thanks.
Somebody posted because earlier today they showed him with the champagne glasses and stuff, so it just made me think of that. Yes, I will spray some and send it to you. I want to send you some stuff anyway.
But so there's so much.
So anyway, so let's see. I had a conversation with Pixie about it, and she's like, I think he would go to Louis and not do this because they performed without them before. And I said, well, I guess we'll see because I don't know.
Yeah, I think this.
I don't think it's just a random performance for the president. You know what I mean? I think this is new. This is this cultural committee. I think they want to do a lot with it, and the fact that it's one JYP and one Hybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's that.
Yeah,
and there's also the whole
for my DHL. Yeah, I paid 20. It was 25. Yeah.
But there's also the aspect of right now they are so forefront. Yeah. That to not have it's one thing with like the fan meet where Felix was injured. That was an injury that was, unforeseen injury, blah, blah, blah. This is one of those things where it's like, I don't know. Cause
the only thing I could think that would stop him obviously they probably have flights and stuff, but I'm sure they do so often that they could just switch it or do whatever. So
they can cancel the flights.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's not JYP that does those flights. It's the fashion houses that do them. So
yeah. So so they can save it for another time. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, and Felix has missed LV shows before without it being an issue. So I would. That's what I say. I would imagine in this particular instance, Nicola would probably be like, "Yep, got you."
I agree.
You go be the faces of the future and. Not just the faces of the future, but also the faces of international outreach. Because right now they're dead.
Yes, they are.
Until BTS starts rolling out again. Right now, your international focus is Stray Kids.
Which I have an interesting, and since we have a couple of people that are chatting in the chat too, I want to put this to you. Now, a lot of people were upset that Lino didn't go to Gucci. And right? Oh, the Jungkook video. Yes, we'll bring that up in a minute. But no, but I was also wondering, and I found out today that Jin had gone to the Gucci. I wonder if they didn't want Lino because they knew that, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew Jin was going to be there. I'm not saying they can't be at the same place at the same time. I'm sure, especially Lino. You know what I mean? Like being a backup dancer for BTS, the guys know him. It's not like and there's no ill will. I'm just wondering if it was strategic or did Lino.
Or maybe Lino just wanted a break.
No way, because Lisa V and another idol arrived together. Oh. What? To Gucci? I thought Lisa's Louis Vuitton.
No, she might have changed since.
Yes, why? Valkyrie, what are you saying yes, and why are you saying why too?
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, And it's not anything like this is not me pitting against the boys. Why would they be upset? Oh, people are upset because they said, oh, you mean Stay? Yeah. Why are Stay upset? Well, why are Lee no fans upset? Because they allowed everybody else to go to a fashion thing except for Lena.
Yeah, they're trying.
That was the whole thing that I saw.
It's a lot of that whole, especially when it comes to Lino, because Lino does seem to step back a little bit more, even with ambassadorship stuff. He steps back a little bit more than like Felix and Hyunjin do. When it comes to that, is a lot of Lino fans tend to fall into the whole, they're keeping him from doing this, they're keeping him from doing that. They ain't keeping him from doing shit. And I'm sorry, but I'm putting that out there. But
I agree the same way. Chris said the guys do what they want. So if Lino didn't want to do it, also Lino likes to go with somebody to these things.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I think Lino made a choice to stay because his contract's so new. I would assume they would ask that man to go, especially seeing his success. I agree. I think they did. I think he made I think it was Lino's choice to do it. But I know
they just got done with the tour.
Yeah,
they just got done with the tour. They're prepping for an encore. They just got done with a tour and a comeback, and they're prepping for an encore. It would not surprise me if he was just like, dude, I am tired. I want a break for a little bit. Like, I'm sorry, but and I'm not gonna be able to go with anybody. So
I think he feels more comfortable going with somebody else. Like he went to the Gucci opening in Korea because it was in Korea and they could drive there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't think I'm thinking because Tommy Hilfiger, he went with Felix. He was more comfortable.
Yeah.
Even
that he was uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah. You could tell he was not as comfortable as Felix. Well, because everybody around him were speaking English.
Yeah.
Not that he couldn't understand, but it's just like, I don't think he could communicate as freely as he could, you know what I mean, in other situations.
Exactly.
Valkyrie says Lino's been working out extra hard lately. He's getting those gains. Yeah, he is.
Dude, man does not skip leg day at all in any way, shape, or form.
Which you shouldn't. Never skip leg day. Ever.
He's wrecking. He is.
Did you see Ben go nuts? Did you see Ben Kim's most recent?
No, I've
oh my god!
I saw the thumbnail for it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god! He's like, am I being ripped? He's like, Seungmin's my old man, but Lino, that hair, like he was saying about the unicorn hair.
Dude, it's not the hair, and that's what's hilariously funny to me. It's not that man's always been pretty. It is not an aesthetic thing in any way, shape, or form. What it is with Lino right now is the attitude that is coming with the hair. Mm-hmm. That's what's wrecking me now. That man has massively moved up in the hierarchy of my hierarchy, and at least it's finally the older ones. Though Ian can get his freaking boot off my neck because I'm still pulling Ian cards every single time I open something.
Yes. Oh, you and I both. That's why it's so funny. Like I literally opened. I literally opened. I told you this. I don't know if everybody in the chat heard this, but
it's actually no. Valkyrie just made a great point. He doesn't like heights. So flying probably is not his favorite thing to do, especially by himself.
Yeah, could be. You're right. And when it was with the guys, at least he's got safety in numbers. Yeah.
Exactly. He's got that.
Yeah, I could see that. That's a good point, Valkyrie. I do. Yeah.
That actually makes a whole heck of a lot of sense.
Yeah. My I ordered 4 signed albums, and all of them but one were Lino.
I still need to find a trade for my Changbin. I love me some Binny, but I do not need 2 Changbin signatures. I only need 1, so I still need to find a trade for my Changbin.
I traded all we traded all ours, so
I know. I'm still.
Yeah, I know. So I have the puppy, I have Felix, and I have Chan. That's what I traded for. And then I have all my 4 IN cards because IN likes to haunt me.
With his.
I found it. Which is fine. I would love any one is great. I don't need 4 of the same one of you.
Yeah, and I don't mind pulling Ian. I mean, I have no issue whatsoever pulling Ian. I just think it's funny that whenever I buy something that is Stray Kids related that has a PC in it, it ends up being Ian.
Yeah, I think
every single time.
Claire said she's got Ming Sung and Chan. Oh, I'm sorry you missed it, Jocelyn. They sold out before I could get them. Wishing for next comeback. Yes. We're wishing for next comeback. Well, the only reason I bought so many was because I bought my friend was in Korea and she didn't think she could get them. So I said, well, let me go on and get them and then I'll get them for others too. And then when she actually bought 2, I bought 4 hooray. She bought 2 ceremonies. She was actually able to buy 2. So we used them as our trade. So we each got our set of ones that we wanted. But you know what? We do have that. We're deciding, like we're keeping it, but we have the Chan waist double-sided, the one that everybody wants picture card. Yeah, I know you're giving me the death glare. I know you're giving me the death glare, but that was the first thing Jenny opened. She showed me. She was like, look. I'm like, yay.
There's more on the way still, so maybe I'll get the PC.
So there you go.
Yes,
Sarah got it too. Yay! And then I got I had 2 Felixes. I actually traded with somebody in our group, in our crazed group.
I need to go up to Skiz Nation and put another trade post up there. Because at this point, like, I know there's got to be somewhere. I'm like, I don't even necessarily care who it is. I mean, I obviously would love to get Chris, but I don't care at this point. I just want somebody else I don't need 2 Binnies.
Yeah, I know.
Don't need 2.
You know what, though? He's wrecking people lately. Did you see that? It was the most recent picture of him with his hair. He was like looking down and he's like looking up and it's like, and I'm just like, he looks stellar. Like he always did. I love Benny.
Yeah.
But he just looks, that red hair on him. I don't know what it is, that hair color. Yes, the snatched waist one, Valkyrie.
Yeah, just put it up for people to trade.
Yeah.
No, it's the.
Hold on, I want to see if I can find it because I saved it. Yeah. Hold on, I'll show you.
Find it.
Hold on.
Find it and send it, and then I'll stick it up on the screen, and we can all ogle over it for a second.
All right, hold on. Let me library. So far, it's all pictures of Christopher.
At the end of the day, at the end of our shows, we could always do like an image ogle.
There you go. That would be a good thing.
Image for the week. Image for the episode.
Oh, why can't I did
since now that I know how to do it.
Hold on, let me see if I could. I may have to send it to you in Threads because I think I saved it off of Threads.
The red does definitely look good on him, and I think it complements his.
Red. Yeah, there you go.
It complements his skin tone. Number one, the way the way it is and whatnot. And I think it also depends on how they cut it when they do it. But I mean, Benny always looks good. Benny
always looks good, but it's just. Hold on, I think it's a liked picture, but of course so much.
I guarantee you, the minute that man finally reveals like the cut down version, because obviously
you could see it already. I could see it when he came on the live behind Kyunjin. When Kyunjin was eating a pizza, you could see it. I'm loving red-haired Benny. He looks hot. Yes, he does.
Yeah, you can see it. But like when we officially when he finally gets to where he wants to be,
right.
This whole process,
where he's more comfortable. Yeah.
Oh my God, he's gonna be not that he wasn't before.
A force to be reckoned with. Well, no, he's gonna just make people are literally gonna collapse.
You know.
Sorry, I have all Chan and Seungmin so far. So let me keep going.
His whole transformation from debut till now is just
absolutely.
It is absolutely amazing to look at and watch, obviously, but it's just hilarious. Like if you try to show people early pictures of Stray Kids and then you try to show them now, they're like, "Where'd he go?"
It's true.
No, he's not given enough love. He really does need to be given a lot more love.
Right, especially since he's so freaking talented.
Talented.
Like I mean, he raps faster than Eminem. Like, hello.
Yeah.
I like way too many pictures because now I'm in the Seungmin section from Burberry.
I'm not even gonna pay attention to how many I downloaded today because I don't know, and I think I downloaded as many pictures as Rin put names on Chris today. Because she's now on the second page of names. It's just literally 2 pages long now. Whenever she does it, it only took like 3 days to get there.
Okay, hold on. I think Lauren posted it. Strawberry Benny Baby.
I ran into her when I went to go do the pop-up in Orlando.
Oh, really?
was very nice to actually finally put like names to faces and give hugs. So Lauren, if you see this, hi. Yeah,
I'm never going to be able to find it. I thought she posted
it. I think, Brecca, I think a lot of people are going to go to Valhalla when Benny finally does make good on that promise.
Yeah, I do too.
And I think it's going to give Chris a run for his money.
Yep.
Wholeheartedly. Rightfully so.
Yes.
So.
All right, I can't find it. One of these days I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Oh, we'll get there.
It makes me so upset though, because it was such a good picture.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to end soon, but I wanted to just say the one thing that I thought was awesome was standing next to Naomi Watts.
Yeah, that was row. You know what's funny too? Okay, this is hilarious because I'm not very good at lip reading or whatnot. But he sits down next to her and then he realizes who she is. Well, you could see it register on his face that he's like, wait, who am I sitting next to? And then when he realized, he's like, oh, like it's.
And then he could just talk Aussie. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
She understands some of the. She's an Aussie herself, so it's just awesome, you know.
But it was just funny because at first, when you see him sit down, he's like introducing himself, and you could tell he's not registering who
it is,
who she is, and then all of a sudden it clicks, and he's like, oh, hi. How are you? Like, and then he realizes, oh wait, I'm sitting next to an Oscar nominated actress. Whoa, okay.
Yes.
But it was just kind of funny. Like I watched that whole thing for a second. I'm like, that's hilarious. I'm like, oh, poor Chris.
That's too cute, though. That's too cute.
Erie is just, I did.
You know, they get starstruck too. Come on.
Living Dead Girl. Oh yeah, you could like. I think hasn't he talked about getting starstruck?
Yeah. I mean,
like he doesn't necessarily outwardly show it when it happens, but he does.
But you could even tell, like, even when Felix and him were interviewing Ryan and Hugh, you could tell they were a little, even though Ryan and Chris like chat, you know what I mean? But it was still like, even with Hugh there, like you could tell, like the two of them were very, because giddy and.
Because he also has like his relationship with Ryan is very. It's his relationship with Ryan. His idolization of or appreciation of Hugh is also both, because obviously Ryan can sing, but Ryan's not really made a career out of being a music theater geek like Hugh Jackman has.
Yeah, and Hugh has, yes. Oh, absolutely. So, I saw him last month. Last month.
I'm still envious.
It was awesome. I would go see it again in a heartbeat. He was so good. He did. Thank God I'm an Aussie boy. He made the song, like, thank God I'm a country boy. He made it, thank God I'm an Aussie boy, and started naming all these things that I'm just sitting there laughing because it was like, I was like, if the boys could see this, they would love it.
They probably would. Tangent bus for just a second. Did you see Pink and Willow singing with Hugh Jackman recently?
Do you know? Yes. Do you know my girlfriend who I went to go see Hugh that time and got her the selfie with Hugh because I chatted with Hugh outside the stage door? She went back and she loves Pink and didn't know that Pink was going to be there and was at that performance. She was like texting me like, Pink's here too. Da, da, da. Yeah.
Willow's growing into such a, like, she still gets nervous. You can see that she's still nervous every single time she gets on stage and performs with her mom, but she's developing. Like, there was just, I'm like, oh, anyway.
So sorry to end on that tangent, but it's all right. Stray Kids adjacent, so there you go.
Stray Kids adjacent, yeah, it's close enough. It is still within the megaverse. We're gonna put it that way. It's still within the megaverse.
That's right.
So there we go. It's just a different district. So I think we're gonna go live again on Monday, but I don't think we've verified what time yet. We got to do this offline. So again, we will wrap this up at this particular point in time, but we will post on all of our socials when we will go. It will most likely be on Monday, which is the 29th. Schedule's a little different this week because we're trying to nail down what works the best. But we're going to go on Monday at some point in time, so we will post that to socials as soon as we get that solidified and scheduled out. But in the meantime, for everybody that has been in here with us tonight, thank you so very much for participating. Thank you so very much for keeping the chat going. We love you all. And every single time I log in, I see more people, and it's like, it makes my happy little heart proud. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you enjoying us rambling on about our favorite guys and everything that is going on in the world of Stray Kids.
Love you.
Love you too, Sarah. So I'm going to end as I do all of our shows and all of my threads, which is to tell you to now let's get out there and be the best damn fandom that Stray Kids deserve and make our guys proud as hell. So we will catch you on the next one. You know how to hit the buttons. We know how social media works. Follow us everywhere. Links in bios. Love you guys. And see you later.
I'm on that running side. 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 I'm on that running side.